Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the city of Menat. I believe, or at any rate, I hope, that this is going to be the last episode in this city. But we are still waiting. Oh, okay. We're waiting no longer. Never mind. Well, we're still gonna have to wait for this thing to be constructed. Oh, I still never did this business. I still don't know what any of that actually does. Hold on a second, wait. Shrine and temple. For information on the specific effects of each god's temple complex. Oh, they have each their own effects? Ooh. Okay. This is Osiris. Okay. Sebek grants priests of Osiris the power to stretch the city's supplies of food and goods. As priests of Osiris walk through your city, the people in the houses they pass are suddenly satisfied with less. Oh. Okay, so having installed that now, we need even less food than we did before. And we already are just... Wow, okay. And then Oracle of Min. Speeds the regrowth of trees and reeds, increases the rate at which prey animals reproduce, and improves the yield from fishing and hunting. Oh. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Next time we have one of these, I'll definitely look that up again. That's neat. Yeah, we'll do that. And also, we need... Yeah, this is suggesting to me, yeah. We are building a second one. Shoot. I wasn't prepared for 2 obelisks. But that would be really nice doing that. I can't undo. Aw, man. That would have looked really nice. I didn't think. I guess I probably should have thought. Well, shoot. That does mean... That means at bare minimum, we're gonna need 100 more blocks. Plus the 32 for the... I assume the grave goods are going to this, right? I don't know what... Wait. It doesn't say there. Yeah, I assume all of this is for the pyramid. I don't know what else it would be for. Okay, I am strongly inclined to move this. I'm gonna be honest. On the other hand, the only thing we're doing is fiddling with the housing while we wait for this to complete. Oh. Can only have one constructing at a time. That's probably a game limitation. Well, maybe not. We've had multiple pyramids and a sphinx going all at once. No, we'll just leave it as is and find somewhere else for the other one. Maybe the other side of the river. Can't really put stuff in the front of this, and besides, this is an even number. Where's that bit of road for? Oh, it's marking the extent of the detriment from that. Put it there. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, let's do that. We should.
I'm the most popular
Oh, not you.
My stonework will endure through the ages.
This should. Seeing as we have two of them, I expected this to go a little bit faster. But okay, well, while we're waiting for that, I guess we carry on trying to fiddle with the housing. And is this? Oh, it doesn't tell you what size it is. I'm not sure. Oh, that is a 2x2. So that no, not the no. The school not enough? Oh, it is enough. Okay. Festival. Another festival. Oh. So that sounds to me like we have two festivals going at the same time. That's weird. Okay, that's for this line here. This one, we were going to have to do something else, and I don't remember what. I do remember we looked at it at the end of last episode and kind of figured that won't work because it's too far into the corner there. Same problem. That's not gonna work because that's road there and road there. Cool. That'll freak it out. Really? What happened there? We do have a scribble school there, but papyrus. Right, we need to get it into another storage yard. You know what? The wood gets delivered. The granite does not. You're already working on stuff, so you're fine. Nope. Yeah, and that should still have enough space. I think. Well, if it doesn't, we can fiddle with it. Actually, I can do something like this.
I can't find a place to live.
I think that was these houses here. Hopefully, getting the teacher to go by, make one single pass, even if they then lose access to the school, they should have been forced into a 2x2 full structure. So that should be good to fix these sorts of issues. But we still need one for this middle line. Really not sure. I mean, worst comes to worst, we can remove a house. I don't want to do that, though. If I can avoid it. Could do this. Could move that down here. That's the simplest solution. Yeah, we'll go ahead with that. It'll be fine. There was something I wanted to put there, and I just can't remember what. You haven't gotten beer. Plenty of pottery. Where is she getting the pottery from? It's probably here, right? Oops. We'll do that. Magistrate, courthouse, okay. So, is there any possibility of getting this in here? Anywhere? Does this road really need to be here? Again, I don't want to remove a half if I don't have to, but that would solve it. I don't think that road needs to be here, because it's connected there. We can get rid of a work camp, or just move it. Move it where? We could move it there? They might come out there, though. I think we can move that. Oh, I'm looking at that juggler and remembering that we need to fix that, don't we? Right, cause... I don't understand this. This does not make sense to me. Do we do this? Do we do this? The juggler don't really need to be. That's not on the road, right? Yeah. Doing a lot of that lately. That space back there? Is that? Oh. So that's actually a 2x2 spot right there. We don't need that if we have a courthouse. Dentist is necessary for the is it culture? I think it's culture rating. Yeah. Oh, this might work. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I think it's not going to have a larger number of people, but it will improve. Like, that house had more people than we're going to gain by upgrading these houses,
Maybe I just carry baskets now,
but that's
one
okay.
day I'll run the bazaar.
And dentist. And we've still got a spot. Oh, and he came out over here.
All is quiet in the court. There is
Kind
no
of expecting
crime
him
here.
to go there, because I was actually just looking at this, thinking, oh, we can scoot it back one, so he's guaranteed to be here. And we're up to the point where we need a school, which, I mean, do we need this? Do we need this? Do we need this? I don't know. We could try putting it here. I don't think it'll work. I'm pretty sure the employer will end up here, but then again, this just surprised me, so where can we move that? Right there. Right. Well, maybe. Yeah, see? Okay. That works. Give this a go. Because the juggler's school doesn't actually need to be able to access the housing other than for employment. Dang it. Go that way, maybe to there. Oh shoot, it can't go around that. Can swap these. And you know, this area is so tight and closely packed in here. Tightly packed. You could argue that we don't need to worry as much about the intersections, actually. think that'll work, and then we can put the juggler here. They should have to be there, and that might have been just residual. Okay, there we go. So then we can do this. And then we can do this. And everything's hunky-dory. Except for up here. Run out of pottery because it's a 1x1 house, so that's just gonna be a thing. I do think we need to get a courthouse on this end somewhere. Question is, where and how? That right there would work really nicely. Ooh. What about there? No, that's... No. See, the problem with doing it here is that we can't guarantee that he won't come out over there. Same problem. It's a lot of the same problem. Do we just trust that he'll go back and forth regularly enough? I don't know how quickly access to that building degrades. Blood recedes. Let's go take a look. How's the obelisk? 75%. People are falling off the scaffolding. I don't know, man. If you're not nimble enough to keep yourself from falling off the scaffolding, maybe you shouldn't be working up there. I know accidents happen, but this is a little too regular. Let's see. We've still gotta get a couple of schools in down here. Do we? No, we just need to get papyrus. Right, we could put a little bit into somewhere else. What are you doing? You're delivering linen. And possibly... Oh, they're not delivering, they're going and getting. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how this might work. Yeah. That could do it. Because these two are just gardens, and then that's a statue, and we remove the one house. Again, it's a situation of the population we're losing will not be made up for in what we gain. I say that, if we get all the way up to fancy, that's 20 more in each, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Actually, that could make up for it if we can get it high enough. Desirability improvement. Right. Okay. Double harvest. That's definitely what we need. Is there anywhere else we could maybe squeeze this? We could put it there, actually. Because we're not going to need the police station, at least in theory, as far as I understand it, and have seen so far. The courthouse performs essentially the same sort of function. So we just need to move the physician, which is going to be a heck of a lot easier to fit in somewhere else, like here? No. we do this. That gives us a couple more spots for single block houses. Bam! How are we looking overall? Not bad at all. Okay. So yeah, that culture rating is gonna be the thing we need to fix next. Except for here. Still need one. Oh, I put in that other weaver and then forgot to use the spot that I freed up. Or could have freed up. I think we're getting close to the max number of weavers we can reasonably keep stocked. Hey. Nice. How many blocks are we up to now? 30. Alright. Well. Ooh, we've built up a substantial number of savings. That's good stuff. Okay. So then that right there is the only thing we need to fix. Overall quality, that this is going to continue to go up as the schools get papyrus. So yeah, let's first take a look at what this says. Dude, we have jugglers everywhere. I don't understand this. This is a very strange issue. I'm... I'm wondering if it's not this so much as it is the number of juggler positions compared to the population in actual numbers. And there's an easy way to find out. Where can we do this? Be a good spot, I think. Well, let's do it over here. Okay, so these are complaining about lack of desirability. Let's put in some shrines first. How's this gonna look? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do, just gonna peel back this a little bit here, and we're gonna do something funky with the road. Gonna do that. Let's start it. Oh, do we have to do... No, that'll work. Okay. Okay, that is not gonna fly. Oh, come on. Are you for real? Okay, that's good enough. Fine. It's fine. Maybe if I do it like this. No, no. Road there. Did I do the road? Did I do the roads wrong? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Now we see if this fixes it. Or if it even raises this. Aha! Look at that. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, I think it is the only possible explanation is that it goes by the number of jugglers, stages, and shows compared to your overall population gives you this, which is why the sonnet houses and the dancer stages are perfect coverage, even though they literally, actually, are not. Which is interesting. Good to know. Definitely good to know. So yeah, we can do something like this. But frankly, this is not very attractive looking. So let's do something interesting, because this does mean that we can do something interesting with this idea. We can make like some kind of nice looking entertainment district. Do we want to attach it to these houses? Questions. I mean, yes, we are fiddling, but at the same time, still gotta do this. 46. I'm gonna continue fiddling. So, something we can do is install more houses. Another housing district, and put this entertainment stuff attached to it. Alternatively, we could attach to this. Yeah, let's just do this like this, and make things nice. Whatever. And that right there is something that we can solve. How many do we do? 12. No, too far. 2, 5, 6. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're gonna just swamp these with gardens. No. Firehouse. This is a long way, man. Wow. I'm not too confident about that. Let's do this. Now, how do we make this look nice? Because we're gonna use pavilions, right? one way to potentially make this look quite nice is to do double wide roads, but we've already got everything set up to be single. I mean, as much as I'm fiddling to make things look nice, I'm also experimenting. Let's find out whether or not this looks nice in the long run. What we can do, crying out loud. Okay. There. I was gonna say that can't be right. Pavilion. And what we're gonna do actually? Because of the double wide road, I'm gonna make it doubled up on that. Kinda would rather have these the other way around, with the larger ones back further and the smaller ones forward. But we can't really do that actually because of the dunes over here. So this should be fine. Need to get Plaza in here. We can't mirror this, but that's alright. Such a bummer about the dunes everywhere. But what can you do? Oh. I guess that's fine. I would rather... whatever. And then we can do stuff down here, like... I don't know. Actually, we could do more of this stuff, because this is probably not enough. Too few libraries. Yeah. Oh, we can't double it up here, because this isn't too wide. Nah. But yeah, this kind of moving forward, it makes me feel like this is something that we will want to do. Have a nice, large entertainment district with multiple of everything, similar to Temple District in the sense that it's very specialized. But this could potentially be a really nice place as well. Perfect all the way across the board. Nice. I mean, we could fix that relatively easily. Slap a couple more down. Not that, I mean, on the one hand, not that I care, but on the other hand, it would be nice to know moving forward. Because I assume, as we go further along, the requirements for these things are just going to increase and increase. I mean, they're already 60, 50, 75. That's quite a lot, actually, for all of these things. So, moving forward, it would be nice to know, like, what we would need in order to satisfy these requirements. And I assume that's probably why these overseers even are here in the first place. Because previously, I never really even looked at this stuff. Just kind of like, oh, this is neat information, but anyway, moving on. But I imagine this is information you're gonna need to have. Holy cow. Like, moving into cities where you need the culture rating really high and the prosperity rating really high. This is kind of external to what you're doing in your city, but these two are really closely tied, it seems, to all of this sort of stuff. So moving forward, when we get a city that's has really stringent requirements, it'd be nice to know ahead of time more or less what we're gonna need to do in order to fulfill that. So yeah, let's keep trying this. Enough schools, which is good. Not enough libraries. There's also the possibility that this rating. Oh, okay, I take it back. I was gonna say this rating is also tied to this, whether whether or not people actually have access to them, but it looks like not in this case. Zoos! We've not seen zoos yet. That's a new, well, later thing, I guess. Not necessarily new. It's not new because we haven't seen one. It will be new. Curious what the requirements to build one of those are. I imagine you probably have to supply them with food. Oh, she's been stocking up on everything that isn't food. That's wonderful. Sure, why not? What's a little more food? Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty decent way of doing this. Maximizing the space with the too wide road. Looks pretty cool. I think we could do better with more like better planning and just generally not slapping things together real quick like we did just here. You know, doing things a little bit more thought out and carefully, and looking at the way things are and the sizes of things, and also not having a big pile of dunes in the way. Probably be helpful to make this sort of thing look nice. But I do like this idea of having a whole district devoted specifically to entertainment stuff. We could, well, we could in theory put that in here, but that's an even or odd. It's not this. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I guess it also sort of makes sense to keep this in the temple district, not just for the symmetry of it all, but it's more of a religious thing than an entertainment thing. Like, I guess it does both, but I think it's primarily more religious than entertainment. It doesn't look like enough blocks to me. Nope. A little over halfway there, though. Okay, so we can't push this any further. Can we do this? I don't know. I haven't taken a look at the housing lately. You still haven't gotten virus. Not great. Because these stupid houses, stupid. Oh right, you need more temples. That ain't happening without getting rid of the house. These are too big. Or more accurately, they're 3 big, actually. So, yeah, we would need to do something like that, or this. Well, over here we could do it. Really? Is it really that bad? Oh, come on, people. Can I be bothered to try and fix that? No, not really. Ooh, that is actually pretty bad. You guys have not gotten the school access either. Same problem. Problem we're still gonna need to fix.
I wonder if the city has any sights I can see while they unload my ship.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Please put that out before it spreads. guys doing cross country? Get over here. For real? Oh, the libraries have a higher risk, don't they? I should have offset this, but... I did forget about that, but that is something that we've run into before. The libraries just do have a higher risk of fire than general structures. I assume the schools do too, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as the libraries. Which, you know, I have to say, considering the amount of buildings in this period that were made out of clay, earthenware, kinda doesn't really make a lot of sense. Oh, I forgot temples. Whoops. Oh, for crying out loud. No, get out of the way. Ah, great. I kind of haven't done any of the stuff that the houses need down here, have I? Why is nobody putting this out? What are you guys doing? This been put out? Yes. This one was contained really nicely and quickly. Not so much for the big expensive library. But yeah, we need, what do we need? We need, oh, things and stuff. I wonder how much disruption this little bit of intersection here will cause. I'm not sure. Guess we'll find out. What else do we need? Probably not a mortuary. Taxes. School. Sure, I'm forgetting something. Maybe not. But probably. Guess we'll find out. Well, in future, let's try to remember this is a potential issue. Something we need to look out for. Oh, not gardens. Plaza. Speaking of plaza, let's go around and double check that we've got it everywhere that we can. Why is that there? Not sure, but I'm not putting a plaza there. Can't go any further that way. I don't think that's part of the proper housing road. That technically is. That's not. Is that? I don't know. That is going to the Obelisk, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Some of this is a little, maybe a little iffy as to whether it should technically be. But oh well, I guess it doesn't actually matter. To be honest, the main times where I feel like it does matter, at least to me personally, is when it is clearly differentiating and delineating the difference. Like right there, between, oh, this is an alleyway versus this is a actual road. That, especially when I'm in a mode like this, where I can't necessarily easily see what's going on here, that is an indication to myself that, hey, this is this way because it's supposed to be this way. So I do try to make sure that this is mostly accurate. We've got teacher access, but not that. Oh. That's the same. Yeah, that was not actually especially helpful there. This is all just such a mess. I don't feel like it really should be a mess, to be honest. Like water? Unless we're running into that issue again. I just realized this track that's playing is that track that's not safe. Dang it. I let that play through quite a while there. I might have muted that in post. That's real annoying. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh. It shouldn't be a mess. Unless we're running into the thing where they're only wanting to go in one direction again. Looking like things have solved themselves. Like, this specifically, this is very weird. Like, this should not be happening like this. Hang on a second. Before it solves itself, what does it actually say? Ooh. That's even more baffling, I'm gonna be honest. But it looks an awful lot like that is the problem, and this is one of the spots where we were having that problem, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Pretty sure it is. And again, I get the feeling that it's because of that road there, causing confusion. That's real annoying because this is some really effective stuff to be doing here. Having the road on both sides of the housing, but one side is, you know, the two sides are completely different in what they're doing. Makes things really nice and organized, but if this kind of road situation is going to have this kind of potential issue, then moving forward we might have to be trying to do something else. I'm not entirely sure what. Because honestly, this is one of the most effective ways of keeping things organized and getting your housing up really nicely. Because everything needs access to the houses, but not everything needs to get their people to the houses. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess in theory, this sort of business is fine. It works well enough with the housing and the industrial stuff, but you know, it does limit our options a lot. Oh, I was going to do another thing with some papyrus. We do have space, right? Yeah. You know what? Have a really nice festival. You keep throwing us really nice festivals, so go on. Wah, that was a lot of beer. Jeez. Yeah, as expected, the pottery is not quite keeping up with our population. Or maybe barely keeping up. We haven't, or at least I haven't noticed any particular issues with houses running out of pottery, other than the ones that are one by ones, which is just a known issue. To try and offset that issue, Midget. Complete. Okay, well, we're at about that time of the episode. You really? Alright. I ain't trying to fix that at this point. No. But yeah, we are at that time, and I had hoped to be finished, but it's not gonna happen because we've still got a whole nother obelisk to build. So, yeah, might as well just go ahead and leave here. We have done some pretty decent work as far as upgrading everything is concerned. Let's take a look at the prosperity. 75? That's not bad. And it does look like for this to increase, you just need better and better and better houses. And I assume at some point you require 3x3 and up. So, yeah. As we continue to upgrade stuff, that should solve it. Oh right, you. I'll fiddle with this next episode. Give me something to do. Probably some shrines in here and here. They're just not gonna work, are they? No, and I don't really see any particular way to make them work other than moving the bazaar down here. I guess we could do that. Well, I don't know. Fiddle with that next episode, and in the meantime, we'll say thank you for watching. Take care. Farewell. You really won't desire ability? What is wrong with it?